Man, do I look scruffy. Anyway, I'm going to, I was drawing out my kitchen today, and I thought I'd better share it with some people. Um, so I'm currently in my sweats, eating popcorn, and I'm going to be running back and forth to the kitchen a whole lot. Oh, there's lots of popcorn. I got some already. Yep, thanks. uh, anyway, yeah, so we're just kind of doing some planning for our kitchen. And hey, Slim Jim, how are ya? Popcorn. Um, anyway, I'm gonna try and keep myself off of camera as much as possible because I'm just hanging out in my sweats. Didn't take a shower today. I'm pretty gross. Didn't need to tell you that. Drinking some tea. I'm pretty good. I'm good. Thought I would jump on, share some stuff. Yeah, I've been working on this project currently. Let me get, there we go. I think everything's set up properly. Well, hopefully you can hear me properly. Sometimes this mic is a little quiet. I don't know if that helps. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'm pretty good. So this is our, like the area of our kitchen. It's kind of, we have kind of like a, I think they call it a half split. Good, you can hear me. Great. I wonder if I can pop out this chat box. Pop it out and then I can hide. The other, oh, I guess you can't do that. Whatevs. Just make this really small. Anyway, so yeah, we have what's called a modified split, I believe it's called. So you can't really see it. On my other drawing, I have the rest of the house, but there's a staircase going up and 2 steps going down, in this whole area in here is like the living room, and then it goes upstairs, and then there's bedrooms above the living room. And I'm currently in like this area in my little office drawing stuff out. But currently we have this wall in the middle. The kitchen is on the right, and we have this little nook over here that we kind of have 2 chairs set up, and that's like a reading space. And so our plan is to tear out that middle wall and open up the kitchen, and we'll still kind of have that as a reading nook. Might even move the the dining table over there. And our curtain currently has like a set up kind of like this. That's bad drawing. But yeah, it's kind of like the little L that goes across, and it's not bad. We like it, but we want to update it, so we're going to change it. And so what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is, oh, hey, Party Pirate. Yeah, I'm actually watching. I was watching you. Looks like you stopped. I was lurking on your stream. So boiled linseed oil is definitely one of my favorite finishes. So cool. Where was I? Yeah, so we're gonna take out that wall, but I wanted to make sure all the windows were in place before I start that. There's also a door right here, but that doesn't need to be drawn out right away. That's the front door. Just want to turn this. So we'll put in this window. This is going to be a long running project because I don't even know exactly what I want to do yet. So yeah, there'll be a lot to work on. I'm going to make sure that my alerts come in properly. They probably still won't. Be nice if they did, though. You have to like go in and reset them every time. I hate it. If anyone redeems push-ups, I will do them, but I'm not going to be happy about it because I'm currently in my sweatpants. Alright, so when you draw these windows out, I made them a separate component, so they're like completely separate from my main drawing. So I have to put these lines into the main drawing, and then basically put cutouts in. So I cut that out of the wall, and then I put this separate component back into it. So then you can see through the windows. Otherwise, there's like something in the way. You can't see through the windows. It kind of glitches out there. So I think there's like a ton of ways to get around this. I'm not super familiar with the program yet. It's like a constant learning thing for me. All right, so we got our windows. All the windows are done. In the kitchen area, we could keep working on the door, but I'm gonna have to leave to take measurements. I'm gonna have to do this no matter what. But I should import the IKEA. So our plan right now is to go with the IKEA kitchen cabinets. And so we made a lot of drawings. essentially. We've done some drawings on the IKEA website, so we kind of know what we want to do, but having this put into SketchUp means we can put everything exactly to scale, and we can do like custom changes. We can also put in custom like textures and colors. Yeah, we basically have full control when you start with SketchUp. Eat popcorn. Hopefully this is not too. This is annoying. You gotta tell me I'll mute. I should not have made F1 my mute. That is a bad button for mute. Anyway, I kind of want to leave this wall in place, but it's just gonna get in the way. So I think I'm gonna delete just the upper portions of it, and then we'll lay out from the bottom. Start with a layout. Generally, cabinets are about, I think, 24 inches. So we'll just put a 24-inch mark. That one looks like it got messed up. Let's look that up. We actually have, I have a separate thing that has IKEA dimensions on it. I think I can copy and paste it. Just have to find it. So, yeah, so in my massive, I went through and organized all my file folders today, but I still have a stupid amount of drawings. And I can hardly ever find anything. Why can I not? The quick access just bugs me. Just looking for my files. So there we go. All right, so I have a file folder full of the method cabinets, which I think we wouldn't go with that style, but it kind of shows, and I'll show you as soon as I paste these in here. It has the basic cabinet sizes, and it's really cool. You see that? Oh yeah. So I downloaded this from the SketchUp warehouse, and I'm not even sure if you can get it anymore because they've made their crap so hard to use. But get my face off of there. This kind of shows what's going on with the cabinet sizes. Height 60. height must be 60 inches. It seems like a big one. This must be in metric. That would be like a 32 equivalent. This would be 32. I know they have 36, so maybe this isn't going to work very well. Alright, well something's off with those. But so we'll just not include those for now. We'll go off of what I know. And I have the IKEA website up currently. That shows the basic sizes. All right, I'm just looking at the sizes. Hopefully this is working right. Countertops, base cabinets, 24 deep. All right. So I'm looking at corner cabinets now. I should really show this to you, but it's not the ideal view anyway. All right, so I'm looking at a corner cabinet. 24 by 47 by 30. All right, I'll just try and put that in. So I assume that it is 47 this way. I mean, that's just what it is. They're apparently only 30 inches tall. Over how long do you think the renovations will take to complete? I won't know until I have a plan. So that's kind of why I'm drawing this. Because if I start without a plan, it's going to take many months. And even if I have a plan, it could take many months. It's all going to depend on how much electrical, plumbing, and custom work we have to do. So we're going to reduce the amount of custom work we can by just buying IKEA cabinets. So that'll save us a lot of time in the first part. And then we will, depending on where the plumbing goes, currently the sink is in this corner, and we kind of want to move it to the middle island. That's going to take a lot more plumbing. So depending on how complicated that is, it could take a while. But if we don't do that, and we don't have to do anything custom, I mean, it'll probably take less than a month. And the hardest part is the demolition of this wall. IKEA, yeah, okay. Yeah, this wall has a bunch of electrical in it, so we have to move the electrical, and then there's also some air vents that we have to reposition. So there's an intake right here. There's an intake register right here. There's also, I believe, an intake register on this side as well. They might be linked. I'm not really sure. So we have to redirect that heating portion. And I think there's another register in this side of the wall too. It's like in the cabinet, so we have to work around that a bit. But that's why we're on here. We're drawing it out. We want to know exactly what to do before we do it, and then we're not thinking about it when we're actually doing the work. Yeah. So that's what I decided to do this weekend. So I thought I might as well share it since I'm not going to do anything else more interesting. So we'll start by putting in some cabinets. We want the range to be right here, possibly closer to the middle. But we'll probably have the sink. We want the range to be directly across from the sink. So another thing is, I'm just going to draw a line out to there, and a line out to here. That'll keep me in check. Is right here, the recommended distance is 48 inches if you're going to have 2 cooks. So our island should technically be starting like right here. And a typical island will make it 4 feet. Typical island is not that big, but that's probably the max we'll have it. $48 seems like a lot for that corner. 42 is the minimum. But that's not that big of a difference. So I'm just going to draw that out. So that would be the difference between 48 and 42. I think that's fine. I like the 42 better. So once the wall's out, we'll be able to extend all the way down, and we'll be able to extend the island down if we want to. So we'll just plan out the extent of those cabinets. I don't know if they sell these, but I'd like to make this side the short cabinets. So we'll check on the IKEA website. I don't know if they have that. Base cabinets, 15 deep. Do I even need a quarter? Yeah, I need a quarter cabinet, I think. Maybe you don't need it if they're that thick. That's something to research. So original plan, I think, just had cabinets going on this wall. And then the island, this wall was open, but we're gonna want something on that wall, I think. I'm not gonna be able to have this here. So I'll just make that there so I remember where the wall stands. So the goal would be to have a sink like in here somewhere. And then a stove would be directly across from it. The refrigerator would be in this corner. And then we would have probably, I don't know how far this is 18 inches. So if we put a 24-inch cabinet all the way down, it would stick out. So we'd probably put 15-inch cabinets here. And then they would meet at a certain point. See, I know I can use the 3D warehouse for IKEA stuff. I'm just not sure how much is on there. So I'm looking, oh, what did you say? Oh, does that site give you a breakdown of sizes or measurements? So yeah, I can go to the IKEA website and get the measurements, but sometimes people upload the IKEA kitchens. Like part of SketchUp is you can enter the 3D warehouse is what they call it. God, I should show you what I'm looking at. It just shows my name on it. I don't want to dox myself. That's all right. You can see that, I think. All right, I'm gonna put a display capture in so you can see what I'm looking at. All right, so now you can see the 3D warehouse is part of SketchUp, where essentially people share the stuff that they have drawn. So you can look through what people have drawn and steal. So this person has Looks like they've drawn out a lot of IKEA stuff. See, these are the method cabinets, but they're really drawn well. So we can download this, load it directly into our model. Hopefully it doesn't crash. So now I have this person's drawing of a bunch of different cabinets here that I can steal from. Wish they had better labels. But, so let's enter this drawing. Let's run a line. See how wide, so that's a 32. So I don't know why these don't show the 36-inch cabinets other than they're really big. Or maybe the method just doesn't have 36. Yeah. So we might have to switch. Well, let's just see if they have any more. Just browse. That's what I'm good at. Browsing. Man, thanks for the follow. Elassie? Hey. Was that really loud? See, I'm on a different computer here. I'll turn that way down. So that my settings aren't as good as they should be. It doesn't translate to this computer. Anyway, thanks for following. Welcome in. We're just kind of figuring out how to draw stuff today. Trying to put together a kitchen. We're going to go back to the 3D warehouse and see if there's any other stuff we can pull out. Go back one. Maybe I can't do that now. So this is an old version of SketchUp. This is a 2017 version. The newer version has a lot of more details. Like it has a few more tools, and the 3D warehouse I think is better. But the new version of SketchUp costs like, I think the cheapest price is like $300 a year. It's not, you can't just buy it anymore. You have to pay a yearly subscription. So we're using the free version. This version is free to everybody still for now. It's accessible for now. You can still access the 3D warehouse, but I guess they're going to turn that off soon. So at least I've heard that they will turn that off in the near future. The 3D warehouse and the extension warehouse. So there's that. So we're just looking for different cabinets other than the method, because I don't think the method has the 36-inch widths. And if you go to the IKEA website, you can actually build this stuff. And I have done it. You can draw it kind of similar to SketchUp, but you don't have as much control over it. IKEA kitchen doors. It's like that has a bunch of colors that I like. I'm not sure if they're unique though. Here we go. Look at these ones. This is more like what I want.
Oh man!
Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm leaning over my desk right now. I'm literally like standing like this, my back bent, so I'll sit up straight. Thank you. Here's the Section. This one might be good. Yep, I got the standing desk all set up. Ooh, look at this. This might work better. So far, it's great. I can make it really low when I'm using my kneeling chair. Hi, how are you? Is it Liasi? Liasi? Did you post pics in it? I did not yet because I was going to. I should just post a pic. I took a picture of the setup when it's in gaming mode, but the work mode, I change it all up when I'm working, and it's a little more impressive. So I wanted to get a picture of work mode, but I should have just posted it. I don't know what I was thinking. And I also put up a shelf in here, so I should show that off too. But I'll do that today. I'll post some pictures. I don't know why I don't. That's why I have a Discord. All right. So this person, whoever did this, made a whole bunch of cabinets. This one's 36. It's very basic. I like that. So we will use this one. Delete that one, even though this one's more detailed. This one has the right dimensions. Is this part of my job? Nope, not at all. I would consider this as a hobby. And if I ever make money on streaming, then maybe I would consider it a job. Don't anticipate that ever. Um, yeah, I currently work. I'm full-time work at home. I do an office job in the security field, and um, so everything I do is a hobby. So SketchUp is one of the things I do. I usually draw the things on SketchUp, and then I I build them. So in the past, I've built a shed. I suppose I don't have the slideshow on this computer. But if you look at the Instagram, I have a picture of some of the stuff I've done, and including the shed. So I'm just gonna grab one of these and show you how I kind of put this into the. I'm not sure what the difference between these two things is. Oh, this one's open. It's meant to go the other way. Okay. So we'll enter this one. Exit that one. So we'll have to put this one in. I don't have a socials, but there is a Discord. Oh, thanks for that. I should have an Instagram one too, huh? Otherwise, it's just in the About Me section on my page. I should have. Thanks for that, Slim Jim. So we're gonna put this in the exact corner. I didn't think I did that right. There we go. I want to start that hobby. Love to read things and want, and then I want to create locations. You want to create locations. So you want to draw out locations. I have some other drawings I could show you if you want to see some different styles of stuff. I drew out the shed before I built it. And I'm by no means an expert in this program. If you want to see this program used properly, their SketchUp has their own Twitch page, and they like pick a random thing to draw. It's not, it might be weekly, but I don't think it's always weekly. So I would consider checking their page. There's a lot of YouTube. In my About Me section, I have a link to Steve Ramsey's tutorial of SketchUp. So if you're trying to build something if you're trying to do a woodworking project, his tutorial is perfect for figuring that out for the first time. All right, I'm gonna grab this cabinet. Put it on here. Move it to fit right here. See how amazing that just fits together. I think he even had, this person drew out all the faces to the cabinets too, so we can just put them on later once we figure out our base cabinets. I think once we pick out an actual cabinet, yeah, it is slick. And then we just copy and paste an exact copy. We can turn it. When we have the move tool open, we can just turn it, and we'll put in another one. And then this actually has, this is something I didn't take into account, is that there's trim pieces that it follows. So instead of putting it exactly in this corner, we put it where the trim piece sticks out. Maybe draw, maybe in apps. I have AutoCAD for school. Okay, I mean, AutoCAD is a far more powerful program. A lot of people use it for more like engineering specific, like yeah, AutoCAD is much more powerful than SketchUp, but SketchUp is really accessible to people because they have a couple different free versions. And even if you buy the paid version, it's still cheaper than AutoCAD, unless you're in school. If you have school, school usually pays for that, or you get a discount or stuff like that. SketchUp is very widely hated. Very widely hated. I'm just going to put in another one of these to see how it looks. If you have any questions about what I'm doing it when I'm doing, what I'm doing when I'm doing it, if you have any questions about the controls, I'd be happy to explain any of it. I'm such a rebel. Yeah, yeah, I'm a rebel. I think the main thing is that it's like the easiest thing to do. Chemical engineering, very nice. Very, very nice. All right. So yeah, I think if we're not, I mean, this is all stuff we don't really know what we're doing yet. So I'm gonna put a short cabinet in on the other side just to get some stuff in. If you ever get stuck, just start doing stuff and it'll come to you. I think it'll start coming to you. So SketchUp is really hard if you don't use the hotkeys. So this looks like I'm doing magic kinda, but there's just a lot of hotkeys that I'm using that make it look a little easier than it actually is. Probably put another one in. God, chemical engineering. Man, if I went back to school, I think I would choose engineering. So much money to be made. So I want this corner to go directly here. So I think I'm gonna grab it here, we put it on this axis, and then we line it to this line. I don't think it's gonna jump to that line though. So we have to rotate so we can get a good angle on that corner. Let me switch back to the move tool. Got it there. Grab it again, get it locked on the red axis, and then get it locked on that corner. Perfect. So now we have a 36-inch cabinet on an island. I know we'll at least go too wide for that. So just copy another one, put it right there. So that's like the minimum size we would go with an island. I'm curious why there's a thing on the back there, but it's on all of them. I'm sure that's how far back. It's like a securing mechanism, I think. So I'm gonna try putting, what should I even do? I think we'd like this to have like a back where like it to have a back where you can have like a bar stool hang in there. So I think if I put, let's start by putting a short cabinet. These are 12-inch. This is 15. I think I like the idea of a 15-inch. We'll put this there. Grab it. So these will probably actually be, I'm not sure how accurate these drawings are. I'll put it like that. USA or Canada. In your country, you don't have very much opportunities, huh? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. What country are you in, if you don't mind my asking? So when you draw these cabinets out on IKEA, they actually do put spaces in between when you put these cabinets together, and you can't really see it very well when you are on their website. But here, it's really obvious what's going on now. They actually must have a securing mechanism there. Mexico. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And they sell all, like when you make an island, if you go to the IKEA website and make your kitchen, they added all these pieces that you have no clue what they are. But most of them, I looked once, they have like boards you put on the sides to cover up the gaps and to make it look like one piece. And I think they have similar things for the front, the face fronts too. So yeah, all these, I'm not sure about the fronts of them. I think the fronts are just covered by drawers and doors. So there might be a special door that goes on to the side pieces. So I'm kind of deciding where to put the oven. We're going to do a full range, I believe. So maybe I insert, we try and look for an IKEA oven. See if they have one. Or a range. Yeah. Well, if you're, hey, Lassie, you're from Mexico. You're not that far away. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, Lassie. So, there's a few different options for ranges. I can even put a shooting range in. How about that? Configurable ranges. What does that mean? Interesting. What if I do IKEA? Not a lot for that. How about double oven? Ooh, there we go. It's gas. I've considered turning to a gas oven, but I think I'd rather do an induction. Samsung. Let's put this one in. There we go. The detail is probably just about perfect for this. Never had a gas before, huh? Well, yeah. See, I would love to do gas because there's a lot of good things you can do on it, but also my understanding is that induction maybe doesn't do a better job, but does a really good job, and it's more environmentally, it's better for the environment. It's my understanding. So that's probably a pretty accurate size. And then we'll put a smaller cabinet here, and then the fridge will go right there. So then we have a good triangle. We have the fridge here, oven here, sink here. Pretty good triangle. I should put the sink right here, and then it would be a perfect triangle, but I don't think that matters as much. Um, and then we also have to put in the dishwasher right here. Induction is where you can put a pot anywhere on the stovetop and it'll only heat up in that spot. Not necessarily, if I understand. Induction would essentially look just like a regular electric stove. Um, but it has magnets in these circles instead of a coil. I suppose it would be a magnet coil, but it's not a heating element. It's magnets that heat up your pot instead of the surface. So you have to use specific types of pots. They have to have a flat metal bottom or they won't heat. But they apply the heat more. My understanding is they apply it more evenly. Like the electric oven turns on and off all the time. Electric range or stovetop will turn on and off and on and off, and the induction will just keep it at a steady temperature. That's kind of why gas is so good too. It's just a flame that's constant and steady. And induction, I believe, gets much hotter than, well, it's much hotter than electric, and I think they can even get hotter than gas. That might be wrong. Also, this can't be the right size. That's like a tiny oven. So I'm just gonna move it until we find like exactly what we want. We have a placeholder. This is like 26 inches wide is not the right size for an oven. Maybe we'll look at some more from the 3D warehouse. Yeah. Not a whole lot. I'm not sure everyone calls them a range though. Stove. Maybe find some better models. Stove, that one looks cool. If I start putting in some models that are way too detailed, we get in trouble too because it overloads the system sometimes. Ugh. This one looks very close to our existing one. I'm gonna try and put this one in. Looks bigger. Probably not as detailed. But we'll grab it by the corner. And stick it in the corner. Oh, that's not going to work super well. We'll put it. Put it right there. And we'll grab it again. Lock it on the red axis. And then put it in the corner. That looks more properly. Looks like it's a better size. That looks right, because then the countertops will go up to the top there. A little better. So I want to put a small cabinet in between. This is going to change a million times, so all this work I'm doing right now is essentially useless, but it's helping me understand what's going on. I'm going to put an 18-inch. Let's put a 24. We'll see how big. Will you have 2 ovens? Negative. Well, maybe. If I buy a range that has 2 ovens in it, then we'll have 2 ovens. If we do that. But I don't really like the double ovens in that form, because you have like you have 2 small ovens, which kind of limits you. So this is 31 inches. How big is a fridge, do you think? Let's look for a fridge. I always get distracted when I'm doing. I wonder if I can find my exact fridge. We currently have a GE. Is that it? That almost looks exactly like our refrigerator. Yeah, it looks about the right size though. I should go measure it, see how close it is. $35 3/4. Hi. Yeah, this is my kitchen. We have a kitchen too. Yeah, this is probably, I'll go measure it right now. 28, this might even be the small version of our normal sized fridge in the US. I'm gonna go take a tape measure, go measure it real quick. I need 35 by 29-ish. One moment. So our fridge is actually 2 inches. It's the same exact width. Hey, Lassie, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Get your homework done for sure. This is a little bit bigger. It's the same width. It's the same model essentially. But ours is 2 inches shorter, which we actually chose the smaller fridge. So that would make sense that there's two different models. Ooh, the back has different parts. I'll try and select all the parts. That didn't work. I wonder if I can even do it. We'll try. We'll get it. Move 2 inches. So now, I hope that worked. Yeah, we're about 27 inches from the front or so. It's really nice when things work out to be very close to what you already have. But you can tell whoever drew this wasn't perfect at SketchUp because they didn't hide all these lines. So normally you'd go in and you'd hide the lines. I wonder if I can do it. Not easily anyway. You'd like select all these things, then you can hide them so it just looks flat. But we really don't. I don't want to mess with that right now. Yeah, I mean, I could do it better, I think, but probably not actually. I don't want to. Okay. Maybe I should take it back. I don't want to say anything bad about their work. Oh, I had it there. I just wanted to snap to that. There we go. Jeez. Sometimes this program can be infuriating. Anyway, so we discovered that we have a fairly accurate stovetop. We have a fairly accurate fridge, and everything looks too far over that way. So I think maybe we'll take this cabinet and put a smaller one in. Just move it out of the way for now. So just put one size smaller in. That's all we really need. Grab this one. Oops. This SketchUp too, the old version, like my computer is powerful enough to handle the program, but because it's just so old and buggy, like I don't know what's wrong with it. Like this program slows down and I have to restart it to get it to start working right again. It's just a weird thing. Hopefully that's okay. Looks fine. All right, so now we look at it from above. It looks better, doesn't it? I think that looks better. And there's just a small gap right here that would be easily fixed with a filler piece. I think that looks pretty good. So I think it's way easier to design a kitchen when you know the cabinet sizes already. I know some people, there's one way to do it where you design, you just draw out where you think cabinets should go and then fit the cabinets into place. But I think it goes much quicker when you have a design picked out. You know what cabinets you want to use, and then you put them in place, and then you just work with the sizes that you have. So now I have all these cabinets. I know their sizes. I put them in, and then you work with the existing cabinets instead of trying to find cabinets that fit what you want. It's just a different way to work. I'm gonna crank the music up a titch, take a quick bathroom break. I don't know if I have the BRB. Nope, it's not set up on this computer. I have to run to the bathroom quick. So I'll turn the music up for you. I'll be right back. One moment. talk to the girlfriend a bit. Confirmed at least one thing. So I'm liking where this is going. I think if I'm going to change anything, it's going to be the size of this island. Music, oh god, sorry. One of these days I'll get this stuff together. One of these days I'll get it together. Not this day though. So I kind of like this. Hey, I can hear it. Oh, look how tiny that is. Oh, hold on. I will not have my bathroom be seen right now. Thanks for the shark. Hey Cheryl, how are you? I'm currently standing at my desk. Loving it. How are you today? Oh yeah, you're great. Me? I'm okay. Eat my shark. Sharks are good. I have a fully integrated desk situation going on. I even put up a shelf on the back. I'll have to take some pictures and send them to you. The cat is on the ground looking at me like a weirdo. What? What do you want? You want some popcorn? Do you even like popcorn? You want some popcorn? Come on. Come and get it. Come on. Come on. You want some popcorn? Yeah? He's just blinking at me. Come here. Yeah. Are you a bad kitty? Want some popcorn? Nope. Didn't think so. She is kind of a little pirate kitty. She likes to sit on our shoulders sometimes. Especially when she can look out the window. Hi, kitty. Why are you so cuddly today, huh? Nope. You get down? Yeah. Yeah. This is gonna be fun when I'm at work. I have a new spot. You can even go up on this shelf. Yeah. Okay. Well, can't turn off the camera now. Thank you, Dean. Anyway, I kind of want to make the island a little bit bigger. I think in our original IKEA setup, we had it bigger. I want to make sure there's a lot of room for stuff. Let's try to insert a sink. So we'll go back to the 3D warehouse. Is it just the sink? We have to add a sink. We have to add a dishwasher. The dishwasher though will be dependent. I don't know if it is dependent on the size of the cabinets for IKEA. I think you can put a dishwasher in a 36 and a 24. I don't think it matters. I might be wrong though. But we'll start with the sink and we'll worry about the dishwasher later. I know, ooh, that is the cabinet for the sink. 36-inch sink cabinet. You want one, ooh, that's kind of, we want one big sink. We don't want a double sink. Look at all these different IKEA sinks. That might be what we want. Wonder how old this one is. 2014. So I'm sure there's new sinks by now. But let's take a look at these. Ooh. See, I like just a simple, I don't like the double sinks. Just a simple, I like this. Let's see if that fits, if it's the proper size. Oh, look at that. It looks pretty good. So I'm gonna turn it around. Grab the middle of it. If I can. Doesn't show a middle. Yeah. Yeah, I mean our sink has like current sink has like a big basin and a small one, and the small one like literally just holds our sponges. Like I'd have no purpose for a double sink. Like we don't, even if you're washing your dishes and you want to have like two separate basins, I don't understand the purpose of a double sink. Guess we'll just leave it at that. Maybe if I open it, I can grab the center. I don't know why it doesn't snap to the center on this. It might be because it looks like the lines. Someone who drew this hid the lines like you're supposed to. So now I can grab the center when I have a line that's not hidden. Your sister got a big farmhouse sink and uses a dish tub inside when she needs something small. Yeah. Yeah. There, sink is in the center. Like a veggie prep or quick washes. Yeah. I mean, we'll have a dishwasher. We don't need to have anything special. And I never, ever, ever put dirty dishes in the sink. Unless they need to be soaked, I guess. But nothing should really, in my opinion, nothing needs to be soaked for more than like a couple minutes. Built-in drain boards, but they're not popular or available. I guess I've seen drain boards too. I'm aware of what they are. I don't know. A lot of people like to put the dirty dishes in the sink, and even if you have a double sink, like it doesn't matter. They just get filled. I always put my dishes to the right or left of the sink in one spot. My goal is to put the dirty dishes on the counter above the dishwasher because, I don't know, keep your sinks open, people. That's what I'm trying to say. And you can use it. Anyway, rant over. Oh, you know what? I just kind of screwed that up. I wonder how many undos I have. I didn't take it out of this component. Copy it, then I gotta leave the component, then I can move it. Let me spin it around. Now we need to edit this. Just watch me redo everything I just did. What's up, Drive? Oh, thanks. Hey. Appreciate it. You probably know a little bit more about this stuff than I do. But I have no formal training, and it's just a lot of fun learning how to do it. You know? Hey, if any of you don't know, Drive is a streamer too.
Beamer likes.
I gotta make that start showing up properly. So go ahead and give him a follow. I think he's been doing some 3D modeling for scoreboards. I think you do more than that too, but yeah, it looks like you've been doing a lot of 3D modeling for scoreboards. Oh yeah, that's kind of my thing though. I got a bunch of other projects that like my shed, I completely drew out in SketchUp. I wonder if I can show you. Got a bunch of different projects here. I hope I don't show anything I don't tend to show. This might be it. There's a little guy there. I'll show you this shed if it, I don't know if I screwed this one up. That never happens. Yeah, it never happens. Never. I better save this one in case something weird happens. This one's not responding. All right. This model is less impressive, but gotta turn on. Oh man. I gotta turn on the layers. Where did the layers go? Layers. I wonder if 2017 even has layers. Layers, there we go. Alright. Turn on the siding, turn on the framing, turn on the trim, turn on the doors. There, that's pretty much it. So now I could take the siding off whenever I want and look at the framing. So this is how I designed my shed. So like I planned out all the framing, I planned out the shelving, and then we made, we didn't put this door in yet, but we framed it, so we can just, yeah, dude, it makes it just really easy to look at it. I don't know why I need my face in here. Dumb face. But yeah, I also like I built this retaining wall too, and then I kind of did a rough estimate of the grade of the yard. Very rough. So it looks pretty close to this. The only thing that is different is after I drew this, I went to buy the materials and they didn't have the same materials, so I had to do a quick change. That's why this is all messed up. I originally had all wood materials, and you couldn't order that from the hardware store unless you ordered it in bulk. So I changed it to stainless at the last minute. Stainless steel. So I just quick added these in. They don't look as good. Yeah, I don't know. It turned out you built it. It happened. And then I wonder. I drew out the shingles too, but this might be in a different model. Anyway, I'm just gonna save that so I don't have to open up the layers next time. That's something that we drew out before we built that actually got built. And then I've been planning out, we have to do a new deck soon. Our deck is like just terrible. I gotta take off that extension, doesn't work. But yeah, we've been planning out like a new deck and a new paver patio. So we actually drew these out to scale with the gaps. So you can see we have, except that one looks a little too close. That one does not, right? But we drew out all the gaps. So we can, by drawing this out to the exact specifications, we can kind of visualize how we're going to do it in our head. And I think we might, this retaining wall was an afterthought. But. So that's what I do. And we're not doing anything perfect, but here's an actual, I wonder if, oh, that's just the image. So we took the survey of our house, you paste it into SketchUp, and then you draw over it. So I took this, it's obviously not perfect, but we took the survey, and then you overlay lines in it. And then you get a nearly 2 scale drawing of the property. So then I was going to use this line to start doing some landscaping work to draw it out, but we haven't really had any reason to do it yet. Here's the mailbox I made. This one came true. He drew it out and I made it happen. So that's in the front yard. And read a plan for a rough arena model. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The main reason I started doing this was because I sat before my current position, I was mainly just sitting at a computer all day, not doing anything, like waiting for things to happen. So I started drawing things because I couldn't do them at home because I was stuck doing nothing all day. So I started drawing. And then it made it easier for when like I didn't have to do the planning at home. I'd just do it at work. And then when I got home, I knew what I was going to do. It made it a lot easier. This mailbox went up in like an hour because I knew exactly what I was going to do before I did it. So that's something. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to see. This is what I was going to put in my bathroom. I was going to put a picture of, I was going to put this up in my bathroom. Like on the other side of the door. Planning does make all the difference. For reasons unknown to me, I was not allowed to put it up in my bathroom. And here is a rough model of the rest of the house that I've been toying with because I can't figure out how. There's some inconsistencies with our house and support those reasons. So yeah, I am this looks terrible, and it looks terrible because there's a couple measurements in our house. I think this whole room is like racked, if you know what I mean by that. Like nothing is even in our house, and I'm pretty sure this room is skewed, so some of the measurements are not lining up. God, I'm starting to get a sore throat from talking. So yeah, nothing in here is square. I have to figure out what measurements aren't square so that everything on this portion lines up straight. So we're currently working on that, but this part of the kitchen is accurate, more or less. And I don't want to do that. And then when this is my first drawing of our house when we moved in. I had to figure out where we were going to put the TV. It did not go there, and then we were going to redo the fireplace. So this is the first drawing I made. I checked if there was a hydrate. Yep. There definitely is a hydrate. Feel free to redeem it whenever you like. Um, anyway, this is what I was doing when playing with colors. We were going to redo the fireplace and we ended up scrapping it. So this is kind of why this is valuable. We fit things and we can test types of colors, not necessarily the exact color. But yeah, this is why I do it. Um, what else did we do? We did Cheryl's potting cart. Didn't label it properly. Not sure I could afford it, even if you were shriveling before our eyes. We're gonna this summer we'll probably build a some type of version of this, so that girlfriend needs a potting cart, so we'll build some version of this. And Cheryl, I think, intends to build some version of this too. So let's hope to start it in March. Yeah, I mean, I do intend to do a grill thing, but we have to build the deck first. We need a new deck before we need a grill thing. But yeah, it's a potting cart. It's on wheels. The tub in there is removable, and the top is removable, so you can have a perfectly flat surface, and then you can also use it as like a tub. So there's that. Anyway, I do a lot more drawing on SketchUp than I do actually building the things. It's just the way things happen. I do sometimes build things. This is one of my early drawings. Bought the tub before the wheels. Well, at least you have a tub. So I did this like probably 6 years ago or so, maybe. And it's not the final design, but we drew our coffee table before we made it, and it's very similar to this. I think it's this one actually. Definitely not this one either. I gotta get rid of that extension. It's probably terrible on your ears. Or maybe you can't hear it because you're on a different audio source. So here's this is the final version. Me painted it black. This is currently in my living room. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, man, very simple. Yeah, it's got like a herringbone in the middle, and then I basically rounded off each of the edges in the herringbone and each of the edges and the sides, so it has a lot more texture, or you can see the detail better. Looks pretty decent. Although this thing did not hold up well to time. Because I rounded over those edges and I didn't there's a little too much gap in it. I filled it with wood filler, and now the wood filler is starting to like fall out. So we're either going to rebuild this. Well, we need a new coffee table, so that's another project in the future too. But it looks okay. It's okay. Not sure what else I have to show off. Program is valuable. I tried to draw a cat tree once. Oh yeah, here's the coffee filter holder. It's kind of fun. I really hope I can make this to like how I drew it. I think I'm gonna make one first out of plywood and not do the the angle detail there. It's just it holds my coffee filters. It's nothing special, but I thought it was cool, kind of a modern design, mid-century modern design. Um, but I really like that. I think it looks really cool. And so I might do a couple of practices where this is even and it has this shape, but it will be out of plywood. And then this middle section would be recessed a little bit. It won't be the same. It won't be the same thickness. It shouldn't be anyway. That's like really hard to make. Maybe. So we'll make it even. It does seem like a pretty long time, but it wasn't that long ago. Anyway, I really like that design, so I could win an Etsy award. I mean, yeah, if I find a way, I think this would sell pretty well on Etsy if I could make a bunch of them. But I think the main thing holding me back is how to make the material, the wood strong enough to make like that boomerang shape. Because I'm not sure there's a good way to face the grain direction to make it strong. So I think I would have to do some sort of glue up so it would keep it strong. Not really sure how I want to do that yet. You understand what I mean by that? Like if the wood grain goes up and down, it's basically going to make this point between the two legs really weak. And if I make it go this way, then it's going to make each leg really weak. It doesn't need to be that strong, but I guess I'm more worried about like as I'm building it, like I could see it just splitting in half. Like if I'm routing, if I'm cutting the two legs apart and planing, I could just see it just splitting, which is not great. And even if the grain goes up and down, it's going to be weak here and also weak along every point along this leg. So either like if we do it out of plywood, we won't be able to make this detail of like the angle right here. It would be straight, but we would be able to keep the strength throughout the entire thing. And it won't look as good because it's not solid wood, but it's gonna be strong. The taper weakens it. No, not the taper. It's the boomerang shape. Like basically the hollow that you need to put in for the legs weakens it. I think the best way would be to make 3 parts here. You would make but that would be bad too because you wouldn't be able to glue it on perfect. Yeah, I think the structurally correct way to make this and hold strength would be to make a glue up and then cut it out of a bunch of glued up pieces. But I still have to, so I have to figure out a way to make it out of solid wood, but I can do it out of plywood, easy as heck. And it wouldn't look the same, but that's okay. Anyway, I am done with that. I got a kitchen to worry about, kind of. And this is what I designed it based off of. We went and looked at IKEA has all their old catalogs available online, so we just looked through an IKEA catalog until I saw something I liked. It was awesome. So I save as much as I can. This is another thing we built after we drew it. So we drew this out, and then we built it in the garage. So this is my current workbench in the middle of the room. Not too shabby. And then we even drew out my desk. So my desk, this was my desk before I got the sit stand. And then we made this topper riser, and I still am using it because it allows me to have a lot more working space. It's pretty nice, minus it looking like crap. But it's functional. I'm kind of more of a functional over looks type of person. And then I've showed it before, but our old apartment I had drawn out. I have like a whole bunch of different crap for that. This is our old apartment, our condo. That we used this drawing to design everything in that condo. So we totally redid our bathrooms, and then IKEA had the exact cabinet that we bought drawn out in SketchUp. So we were able to put that into this, so we could exactly know where things were going to go and if they would fit and how they would look. I did do another drawing somewhere. I even drew these out. And then we drew this out, except it's kind of a little wonky, but I have another drawing somewhere where the bathroom is a little more detailed. And this, I think no, maybe I did. I don't know. No, I didn't do that. Anyway, back to our kitchen. So for maybe a little more put in some wood floor to make it look a little better. Entity wood. Put in some floors. I think that's the color we were settling on. Where's the tea station? Hi, Tealet.
Beamer likes.
The tea station. I mean, right now, Wonder where we would do it. It would be, okay, it's gonna be right here somewhere. These are gonna be like flat surfaces. And then we'll have some cabinets up at the top. And there'll be tea right there. Bought a nice, or pretty expensive lamp, and the bulb isn't changeable. 2.8 years. I mean, if it's LED, your bulbs will last longer than that, won't they? Don't LEDs last like 30 years? Oh, only last 25,000 hours. Yeah, but they don't really die, they just kind of dim. LEDs will just dim over time. I guess they sometimes die, but also, if you can open that lamp up in any way, you can replace the LEDs. You just have to work with some wiring, if you didn't know. Hey Teelit, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I don't know if I said hi yet. So I think what I would like to do is leave this part open, and then we can put like a little rolly cart in there that can move. And I don't know, it could be a tea station, I guess. But it would be nice to have like a little station here that I can roll over. Like this will be where our dining room table is, or over here we're gonna have a couple of reading chairs set up and probably a TV right here. So we can sit and drink coffee and watch the news and look out the window. So it'll be a chair here and a chair here facing towards this wall. A TV. Probably coffee table. So we'll be able to sit, look out the window at the neighbors, see what the neighbors are doing, spy on them, and watch the news. Or not watch the news, because the news is dumb. Oh yeah. Open layout plans are the best. Rolly tea cart? Yes. Coffee? Yep. I think it would be cool. Very dumb. The news is very dumb. Oh yeah, dude. I'm totally gonna have a collection of sinks. I can even put it in perspective, sir. I want to stand right here. I want to be 85 inches tall, apparently. And then I can look out the window at the sinks. Tea streams? I could watch tea streams. I could put myself in perspective at the couches, too. Be right here. Oh, except I'm 19 inches tall there. I want to be, I don't know. How tall is anything? 60, let's see, 69 inches. 69 inches tall. So I'm standing here. This is what it should look like if I'm 69 inches tall. Looks a little short though. It might be accurate. I don't know. May or may not be. think it depends on where the axes are too. It should be at 0. I think. Let's see where my axes are. It does look a little low, but maybe it's not. I don't know why my axis is right there. That looks low. Let's move it. It should be at the axis anyway. It'd probably be easier to move. Can you do a orthographic view from the side? Maybe. Just put it at the axis. If I can, why can't you just lock there? Origin. No, that should work. Yeah. There's probably a much... Last time I tried to move the axis, though, I screwed everything up. So until I know what I'm doing... Yeah. I do not know what I'm doing. Okay, now we'll put myself standing here at 60... 69. Ooh. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a little more accurate, right? I always move my parts. Never mess around with the axis. Last time I did that, it totally, I don't know what happened because I put the axes back and they had to have been in the right position, but it messed like my orbit view. Like normally you go to orbit view, it messed something up. I couldn't view it properly anymore. Yeah. That looks pretty good. And now that I like see it in this view, like it almost seems like I don't want to make that island any bigger. I know you can walk in this too, but I'm pretty sure it changes. Yeah, you can walk. It is a big boy. But let's try and walk. Oh, I ran into a thing. Let's try and walk that way. Looks pretty good. I wonder if I can... Oh, you know what I did though? I lost some stuff, I think. Yep. I had some hidden parts. But they're not there either. Oh, that's because I copied it out of a different... Okay. They're not there anymore. So yeah, well that kind of puts it in perspective because we'll put a couple chairs here. We don't want to have it all blocked. Let's try and put some upper cabinets in. So we'll leave this wall, I think, blank. We don't want cabinets on the short one. But we do want cabinets up here. So we'll look through our cabinets. These appear to be the big ones. Did you get the cabinets from an asset pack? They're from the 3D warehouse, so it's like open. I'm not sure it would be open source technically, but people essentially post stuff that they've already drawn. Yeah, so like this is the 3D warehouse. So yeah, there are other assets. You can basically just search for stuff that people have already drawn that they allow you to access. So there's a lot of IKEA stuff on here that people have drawn out. I'm not sure if open source is the right word because I'm pretty sure you couldn't use these, all of them. But there's lots to choose from. Yeah, I make a lot of use of it. There's like different parts and oh, Marge Simpson. It just saves a lot of time. But this is the 2017 version of SketchUp. So the issue is that apparently the 3D warehouse and the extension warehouse is going to go away when SketchUp discontinues support, I guess, for this version. I think that's something that they're doing. So usually cabinets are between like 15 and 18 inches, I believe, above. It's a little bit off center. Yeah, SketchUp is a scam. Most of their useful tools are community tools. Like a lot of the functionality from SketchUp is things that they didn't even make for it. So you're paying them for other people to do their job. It's a weird program. Yeah, SketchUp is a strange beast. Like, if you can see all these tools on the left here, these bottom tools. These are things that other people have made to go into SketchUp that SketchUp should just have in the first place. Oh, there's still a free version. There's not a free desktop version though. So the 2017 you can still download for free. But all the newer versions you used to be able to pay for it. And the new one you can't get a free version of the desktop, but you can get a free version of the browser version, which doesn't have as much function. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense all the time. But so I use this. The browser version is actually pretty decent if you're just doing simple projects. The exception being that it's not as fast. If you draw something complex, it's not as, it like will start freaking out can't put any custom stuff into it. Yeah, there's a lot of limitations. And I like to be able to add my own textures, so I'm using this one at this moment. So I wonder if it's gonna look weird because this cabinet's bigger than this cabinet. It might look weird. But I don't think anything else is gonna fit there. It's like 10 inches. So nothing else would fit there. It might look a little weird. So currently the sink is in this corner. It's like at an angle in this corner. So another issue is this might not work because I have to significantly do the plumbing. There's a lot of specialized stuff you need for that. Like you can't just add a sink in the middle of your room. You have to make sure it's vented properly. And when it's in an island, there's some stuff you gotta do. Wonder, I have the book. I can show you what that is. If anyone's interested what you need to do to have a kitchen island, I can show you the page out of the book. So like currently the sink's right in the corner. And then there's the cabinet comes out a little bit. And so your plumbing, my plumbing goes into the wall and down and through the floor joists to drain, but it also is vented. So it goes, there's another pipe that, it's not another pipe, it's part of the same system, but there's a pipe that goes up through the wall and up through the ceiling to make sure there's air coming in to vent the plumbing. So we have to make sure that this sink gets that vent. So we have to route the vent, and this, I haven't figured it out totally, so don't criticize me too much, but we have to get the vent down into the floor joist to go up to this sink, and then there's a special thing for kitchen islands to make sure that it's vented without backing up. And I have a picture of it in my building and remodeling book if anyone wants to see, but it's quite the, it's a lot of plumbing that I might just hire out. So I don't know if I have the time to figure it out. But otherwise, doing the water for it is going to be simple. All right, let's put another cabinet. We got about 24 inches. Is that right? I can do that. So this is another thing. This program's old and it's starting to get laggy right now. I don't know what causes it, but if I save it and reopen it, close it and reopen it, it starts working properly again. That's what makes me so mad at SketchUp. They used to offer this for free. It's a 24, so I just need another one of these. Well, of course they are. Um, yeah, they're definitely doing it on purpose. They've even, I mean, that's their business model. It just sucks because, you know, like regular people used to be able to access this for free. And it used to work so well. It's just a shame. I need to redo that. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe they aren't. I think it's just an old program, but I mean, so the browser version that they're making, it's not terrible. Like I could do all of this in the browser version minus the I wouldn't be able to do the extensions. That's too big. All right, I need to. We're gonna save and reopen this. It's actually probably due to some of the extensions I have installed that it keeps slowing down. But jeez, it's almost 3 o'clock. All right, we're gonna grab one smaller than 24. Yep, combination, all the shittiness combined. All right, so there's like a decent amount of cabinets. I want to put a vent hood above this. Back to the warehouse, I guess. Sure, why not? Ah, that's pretty close. So it'll be a vent. We could also make that a microwave. And we might, you know, it probably will be a microwave because we're planning on keeping our appliances for now. This looks like our microwave. IKEA sells some pretty cool looking vent fans that fit into like a cabinet. Pretty cool. It is exhausting. Be stuff that goes above, so we'll put some, maybe it can fit a 24. What do we got here? 20? 30. Put some. Be something like that. And then there's IKEA sells, there should be a sideboard to go along there, I think. So it kind of hides what you're, and makes everything look neat. In between is about 30. Is there a 30? That's a 30. Put that one in. So a lot of filler pieces kind of can change the way this looks. So there shouldn't be too much of a gap once you figure that out. Wonder, see these windows are here, but if you put cabinets too close to them, it might look a little weird. So that's something we gotta consider. I think the existing cabinets in our house are little ways away from it. but we might be to the point where we're gonna have to stop and consult the girlfriend. But let's look at just want to put a chair in there and see what our chairs kind of look like this, but a different color. So I'm just gonna put one in. No, not usually. She helps sometimes. Help is appreciated. She helped me when I was doing the desks. She helped me stain and finish them. The last 16 of them she helped. So that was nice. And for this stuff, I don't know that she would help, but for sure. So I wonder if I can color this without. Let's highlight all. Select a color. There's some textiles, I think, in here. Carpet. Fabrics. Okay. That's probably closer. That's kind of the color and a similar shape to what's going on with our couches or chairs. Oh, yeah, in our condo, when we redid the bathroom, she helped a little bit, but I think I have I know exactly what I want to do, and sometimes I get frustrated when other people are helping. So it's probably more of a me thing, you know? Anyway, this is probably a pretty good start. We're gonna have to take a look at our previous plans, see how this fits in. I don't know what to do at this point. We need to do some more measurements. How did she like the shelf? The one I built for her? I think she likes it a lot. But that was 110% her design and her idea. So, she bought the brackets. She told me what kind of wood she wanted. She didn't want the color to change, so I put some polyacrylic finish on it. and she took a picture of it, but she took a picture with her diploma on it. So we're gonna get another picture to post on Instagram. And we don't want to post her diploma. So I'll have some pictures coming through the Discord, and I'll be posting some onto Instagram very soon, so people can catch up with what we're doing. We have so much work to do, so much to stream, so much to think about, so much planning, lots and lots of planning to do. So much to do. But I'm about done streaming for today. Is there anyone you would like to go see? I think Crinks is online. He's a woodworker. There, we could go to food and drink. There's Mayor Wirtz. There's Enlightened by Bravery is on. Anyone want to go see her? I think she's making turmeric coconut rice with the greens. You're just gonna continue working? Alright. Well, we're gonna go to food, because I'm hungry. And I'm thinking about food. You're welcome. Lots more of this to come. We're not going to... You're welcome, Drive. You too. Yeah, we got lots more kitchen to go. We're gonna plan this out completely before we start building. So lots more to come. Thank you, Teelit. Thank you, Drive. Go follow those two if you don't. They're great streamers. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.